In this video, we will be hiking up mountains, boarding a Spanish galleon, and being stampeded by sheep.
Merida, ring-a-dong-diddle, ring-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow, tom-bum, jolly tom, tom-bombadillo.
So, we're in the Lake District now. We can't get into our accommodation until about 4. So we're going to have a little walk along Pooley Bridge River. You can just see through there the river down there. There's a little stream now down there as well. Look at that. After our walk, we went to a pub garden. I had Coke, Mum had tea, and Dad had a beer. So we're in the accommodation. It is bloody marvellous. It is gorgeous. So I'll give you a tour. I came in from the back door because Mum had gone in through the front and propped around the side and stuff. So this is our utility room that we have in the accommodation. The kitchen has snacks ready for us. That was really nice. Gorgeous kitchen. Then we've got 3 bedrooms. We've got this one, which is a double bedroom. And then we've got this one, which is 2 individual beds. Then we've got another bed with a double bed. And it's just so gorgeous in here. Then we've got the bathroom. That's locked, okay. But we've got a bathroom with a nice shower. And then through here, we got the best thing ever. You just look out the window onto an entire herd of cattle. Just right outside your window. And this is the living room. That's a beautiful portrait. We've got a wood burner, a TV, a beautiful pheasant statue, and a conservatory. And then I'll show you the garden next. So, in the garden we've got a lovely pond. I believe that's some kind of fruit tree, probably an apple tree. Let me go up to it and have a look. Well, I'm not sure what these are. Yeah, they're apples of some kind. And then we've got another apple tree which is in full bloom. And then there's a little blackbird there. And a shed with a bird box. But look at that. Good morning. I've just left the accommodation. And I'm on my way to Brigham to get the bus to Keswick. I've just stopped at this field because over there is a load of sheep. And they're all so beautiful. I don't know what breed they are, but they are absolutely stunning. But anyway, I'm going to get to Keswick. My parents will be going to Keswick later, but I'm getting the bus. So that'll be interesting. I've never gotten a bus in the Lake District before, I don't think. So, something new. And well, I've got to get to Brigham now. I'm halfway there, I guess, so I'm not doing too badly. But I'll get back to you when we get to Keswick. So we're in Keswick now. We're going to have a look around and see what there is. I've been here before, but I haven't been here for a good few years, so there might be some things new, some things the same, so yeah. So this fancy chocolate shop has just opened. I'm just having a look around at all of it. £2.50 for a bag of them. Expensive, but not overpriced. Because you know they're going to be good because they're fryers. Everything in this shop is bloody amazing. The young generation will know what that means. Okay. Well, there's lots of different bits. So they've also got all these different jams here as well. That's really cool. That's marmalades, orange cheese, lime cheese. So all these different ones. That's cool. But it's also expensive. So in the end I didn't get anything, but because of the price and stuff, but it was extremely expensive, so I know it would have been nice, but I don't know if I want to pay those prices. So we're just in George Fisher, which is an outdoor shop in Keswick. We're in the upstairs area to see what's up here. They've got a lot of cooking stuff, but also some waterboarding stuff, like water sports, so that's cool. You know, look on the next floor now. So I've bought two extremely small spinning lures from NGT. These are them. This is one. Let me just get the other out. It is there. Here we go, and then we got this one as well. So that's what I've bought so far. Let's keep going. So after that, I met up with my parents. We went to this beautiful bit of cliff with a lovely view, and then walked down the actual beach area. Good morning! I'm just walking down this country little alley, so a country alley even, and I'm heading down to Bassenthwaite to do my first ever attempt at trout fishing. So let's see how it goes. I'm hoping to catch some trout, but you never know what you're going to catch, so I'm excited. So we're at our spot. This is the spinner we're using for trout today, and it's actually very shallow here. I'm going to put my foot in and see how cold it is. Fairly cold. So I then went. But we'll see if we catch anything. I'm hoping we do. So let's get into it, and I'll get back to you when I get my first fish.
Didn't really catch anything.
So I've just done a pretty long walk all the way to the next spot,
absolutely gorgeous,
which is right here, and it's absolutely stunning. So, at the last spot I was in, I nearly had a fish. I think it was a pike, but it was bloody big. The only downside is I didn't have my camera out, well, because I was standing in the water. I didn't want to drop my phone in. But we'll see what this swim here is like. So, I didn't catch anything at that swim, but I'm walking along here because I've seen this little inlet here. Oh, there's people there. Never mind. Hello! Hopefully this beach will be the one where I actually catch. So I haven't caught anything. My parents are on their way to pick me up now, because we're going to go somewhere. So, we're going to a place called Holmesforth now. We're going to see what that's like. I hadn't realised it until after I'd already finished editing that I'd accidentally used some of the same footage over and over again in this first part. But after that, it does go back to normal. Sorry. So, the walk starts with us heading up this beautiful woodland path before heading towards a farm. We then cross this gorgeous little beck, which is absolutely bloody lovely.
The dog obviously had to have a drink from it though.
So, we got to about here and then we realised there wasn't much to the force itself. It's just a stream coming off a mountain. It wasn't as exciting as we thought it would be, because normally a force is a giant waterfall. But Dad continued all the way over there. We're not going. And yeah. Because I'm not walking all the way over there just for that little thing. Good morning! So today we're either going to go to Grasmere or Buttermere. Judging by the weather, it will probably be Grasmere. So I'm excited because Grasmere has some lovely gingerbread. And Allen Bank, a National Trust site up there, you get to see the red squirrels if you're quiet. And there's a whole nut feeder in the garden where they go up to and eat the nuts. It is incredible. I'm very excited. So we're in Grasmere now. We're gonna go get some gingerbread, go up to Allen Bank, and then we'll see what we do from there. Our first stop was the Grasmere gingerbread shop. It's a lovely little shop. And it is absolutely amazing what they sell. After, we decided to walk through the village towards Allen Bank and along this little path through this little, really beautiful little park. As you head towards Allen Bank, you pass this giant boulder up this slope, and then you eventually go through a gate and up to this house. First thing I did was have a look at all the different artefacts, which was absolutely cool to see. Loved it. I then went into this room with all these different printed things on the wall, and you'll see what made them in a minute. So there's a lot of lithographic printing stuff around here. There's a lot of different photos and stuff, and books and maps, and all sorts of things. So I'd assume this is an old printing press, and it was used like to print different stuff for the former owners of the house, I guess. From up here you've got another view of where the red squirrels could be, and that's quite cool. Trying to see if I can see any. No, don't think I can. But if we do see some, it'll be very cool. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. It might say on here. If you want to read it, I'll let you pause it. After that, me and my dad went for a walk around the estate, and it was absolutely stunning to see the views, and it was actually quite a nice walk. This spot here reminds me a lot of the Takodana map from Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, if you've played the map, you know what I mean. This feels very Lord of the Rings as well. I know I said it looks like Takodana to a certain extent, but also gives that Lord of the Rings vibe. So it's the next day now, and we've woken up bright and early, and we're going to go down to Bopin for a nice long walk. So, before we started our walk, we had a drink at the nearby cafe, and then we begun the walk, which takes you down this little path down towards the beach, and then you just follow that path round, cross the lake, and below the mountains. I'll let the footage just show you how beautiful it is, because it is absolutely stunning. There does seem to be a bit of a sheep rampage going on. Oh god. Oh wow. That's really cool. We might be about to get another stampede. Oh, that's cool. So, after all that excitement, we made our way back to the car, where we would then drive up to Honister Pass. So we've just stopped off at Honister Pass. We're going to probably have a drink, but this place is a slate quarry with a lot of history, and they sell a lot of great slate-based products, and it is absolutely stunning. We come here every time we go to the Lake District. You can just see in there where they're working on the slate and doing different bits. So I'd assume that's their workshop in there and there. But out here you've got some examples of the crafts they make in there. And they make some absolutely gorgeous things. I've just found this. I only noticed it because someone else was taking photos of it. But that is all slate. Let me just step back so you can actually have a proper look. That is incredible! After Honister Pass, we decided it was about time to go home for the night. Good morning! So, today we're either going to go to Grasmere or Buttermere. Judging by the weather, it will probably be Grasmere. So, I'm excited because Grasmere has some lovely gingerbread. And Allen Bank, a National Trust site up there, you get to see the red squirrels if you're quiet, and there's a whole nut feeder in the garden where they go up to and eat the nuts. It is incredible. I'm very excited. So we're in Grasmere now. We're gonna go get some gingerbread, go up to Allen Bank, and then we'll see what we do from there. Our first stop was the Grasmere gingerbread shop. It's a lovely little shop. It is absolutely amazing what they sell. After, we decided to walk through the village towards Allen Bank and along this little path through this little, really beautiful little park. As you head towards Allen Bank, you pass this giant boulder up this slope, and then you eventually go through a gate and up to this house. First thing I did was have a look at all the different artefacts, which was absolutely cool to see. Loved it. I then went into this room with all these different printed things on the wall, and you'll see what made them in a minute. So there's a lot of lithographic printing stuff around here. There's a lot of different photos and stuff, and books and maps, and all sorts of things. So I'd assume this is an old printing press, and it was used like to print different stuff for the former owners of the house, I guess. From up here you've got another view of where the red squirrels could be, and that's quite cool. Trying to see if I can see any. No, don't think I can. But if we do see some, it'll be very cool. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting. It might say on here. If you want to read it, I'll let you pause it. After that, me and my dad went for a walk around the estate, and it was absolutely stunning to see the views, and it was actually quite a nice walk. This spot here reminds me a lot of the Takodana map from Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, if you've played the map, you know what I mean. This feels very Lord of the Rings as well. I know I said it looks like Takodana to a certain extent, but it also gives that Lord of the Rings vibe. So today we're just going to explore a place called Whitehaven, which is a seaside town in the Lake District where we are. So we'll have a look around and hopefully maybe get ice cream later, I don't know. Our first port of call was this little harbour with plenty of little personal boats, fishing boats and all sorts of other little vessels. There was also a beautiful Napoleonic cannon right next to the pier, which was absolutely amazing to see. As we walked along, we saw plenty of seagulls fighting over this little pasty they'd stolen from a little girl. It was quite funny to see, but obviously the girl was quite upset, as anyone would be. So I've just come across something very interesting. A load of crab and lobster pots. The fishermen use these to get crabs, lobsters and all sorts of different crustaceans out. A lot of that will then go onto markets, places like that, and be sold on as food. And there is a lot of them here. This is actually really cool to see. I've never seen so many. After that we walked along this lovely little piece of pier, where we got to look down and see along to the main part of the beach. We didn't go down there, but it was a lovely view. After that, we walked along a little pier where we saw plenty of people fishing. We didn't see anyone catch anything, sadly, but that's the way fishing is. We then went through this lovely little food market where they had some amazing different items, including kangaroo burgers. We bought some little sausage rolls from a different stand, but it was quite cool to see all these different food items. I imagine this was probably some kind of food festival. But there was Moroccan and all sorts. And then, when we left, we saw this huge ship. So I've just boarded the ship. And it is really cool. I've got a lot of different crafting stuff. An old axe that I assume would have been used on board for repairs and stuff, especially when cutting the timber. They've got cannons. I'll have a look upstairs next, I think. Go up to the captain's spot. This is cool. And then just to the next to it, you've got the fisheries patrol vessel over there. which is epic. Then in here, what's this? Okay, so I'll let you pause it if you want to read it. I'd say this was like the ship's quarters and stuff. So that's really cool. That is amazing. This view is absolutely amazing. Oh wow. Lots of different artifacts and stuff in here. This stuff is all for caulking then. And then this is the dimensions of the ship. A lot of different stuff in here. The ceiling is very low. But I can't wait to go underneath and see what it's like down there. I'd say, because everything's in Spanish, that it's probably came from Spain, this ship, just to come here, which is absolutely incredible. Here you got all these different badges and stuff. Oh wow, it's been to America, this ship. Oh wow. So we've just stopped at this lovely little cafe. We're having lunch. I've got a pie and chips, and my parents are having salads. Mum's got prawn, and then they're just bringing Dad's salad over soon and my chips. But that looks absolutely delicious. After that, we went to St. Bees to have a swim in the sea. Sadly, on the way out, I cut my toe on a rock. So today we have to go back home. We're going to go stop off at a few places on the way home and hopefully get some good footage. And then, well, that'll be the end of the video after that. So, on the way home, we stopped off at Wensleydale Cheese Factory, where they were selling a lot of Wallace and Gromit merchandise and a lot of different food items. But a lot of it was expensive. Very expensive. So, me and Dart just chilling. Parents are doing the tasting tour. I've done it before. I didn't find Wensleydale that nice, to be honest. But the big thing with Wensleydale, where a lot of people know it from, is Wallace and Gromit. It's their favourite cheese, canonically. And if you're British, like me, you know all about Wallace and Gromit. It is a childhood classic. It is some of the best films you'll ever see. And they're bloody hilarious. Before we went back home, we went down to this little stream just to have a look, and it was absolutely stunning. So, we looked down, and there were a few little fish in the water swimming about. If you ever go to Wensleydale, definitely check out this little stream. It is stunning. So, we're home now. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed my adventure, come with me and check out my other videos on the Bopin Along YouTube channel. I promise you won't be disappointed.